Baby, Meghan McCain wants to quit The View. Oh, my shirt was all wrinkly and stuff. Hi, welcome to JO. If new to my channel, please click subscribe and click the bell button so you'll be the first to know when I upload. I really do appreciate if you do subscribe and do click the bell. I need somebody to come and iron this for me. Iron this, man. When I get 100,000 subscribers, I can get everything ironed. I'm just saying. I do appreciate it if you do subscribe and you do click the bell. So Meghan McCain has been going on a hypocritical spree, y'all. Pretty much since her 4-year tenure on The View on the show. She's talking badly about Nikki Haley. She's talking back about Josh Hollins. And just last week, she was saying that it's unfair for a private publishing company, a business, to basically have Josh Hollins to not sign with them anymore because of his alleged participation in a U.S. Capitol siege. You know, she's also, these past 4 years, been talking about Donald Trump, saying, I'm a political analyst. I'm a political commentator. If y'all going to keep talking like this, Donald Trump's going to be elected next year. You know, she's constantly defending or non-defending and putting the people who are at the siege within the 74 million people who actually voted for Trump, which is, to me, is highly bizarre and highly unethical and highly even illegal to compare the two, because there is, within the 74 million, there are some people, they just want their money. They don't care about the politics. They know politics is dirty on both sides. They just want the money. They really don't care. But for her to compare the two together is really, it's just like really bizarre and odd. Now, Meghan McCain knows that her job security on the line. She knows that the fact that she left for 2 more months rather than 2 months maternity leave just made her job on the line, because the statistics did come out that The View did really well. They just recently posted another statistic about a couple days ago saying The View is still doing really well. And, you know, Meghan McCain's, of course, on the show. I still think it's a cover-up, because usually The View don't post. The View PR team does not post multiple statistics within a month period. They usually take time to kind of digress. It's usually like a 3 to 6 month type of thing, but, you know, they're trying to prove a point. You know, Meghan McCain is tired of coming on the show, you know, defending the people, and actually non-defending the people over the past 4 years. But her husband is checking her in line behind the scenes. Y'all got to remember, a lot of these people, a lot of these females who are entertainers in front of the camera, who are called talent in the industry, and have husbands who either work in the industry or who manage them, that are jealous of them. I mean, we can name a few: Wendy Williams, Tamar Braxton. I'm gonna add Meghan McCain on the list. Mary J. Blige and Kendu. You know, so a lot of these people behind the scenes, they get intimidated. But this one is different. This one is different with Meghan McCain, because different in a more horrible way, because her husband is in the industry. Her husband, the people she talks about is who her husband interviews on his plagiarist website. The people who she talks about is basically linked to the way her husband gets his money and his sponsorship. So he's basically telling her to fall in line and like telling her, you need to be careful with your words. Their morals and principles is basically selling your soul. You know, her father-in-law, who also works, who worked for the Trump administration, according to sources, has been under labor violations. Meghan McCain's husband, who I've also spoke about in the past, also was on a labor violation for sending out a tweet, basically threatening his coworkers. Although he said it was a joke. You are a business. You don't post that type of stuff on Twitter. You're not an entertainer, okay? You know, you're supposed to be serious with the lies that you tell all the time. You know, Twitter has also temporarily blocked the website, suspended the website on the red list when they basically told lies about the COVID situation. So here's Meghan McCain on The View. She's basically spewing the stuff that her husband talks about, saying that she doesn't trust Dr. Fauci. You know, she was told not to wear a mask. She was told not this. And yes, she kind of does have a point with that little scenario about the whole mask situation, because we were told not to wear a mask, and then we were told we don't have enough. You know, it's very scarce, so we need a PPE to go to the medical community. So I give her that. But most of the other BS that she talks, you know, one day she defends one person, next day she hates the person and she says something else, you know. And perfect example, she was for Tulsi and Josh Hollins for 2024. And then she defended Josh Hollins for being taken out for a publication with Simon and Schuster. And yesterday, she basically went off on Josh Hollins and Nikki Haley for selling their soul to Trump era. So you mean during the whole presidency of Donald Trump, they were not selling their soul? Were Nikki Haley and Josh Hollins, who, you know, you wanted to be the next president in line with Tulsi Gabbard, and Nikki Haley, who also is in a political sphere, are you telling me the last 4 years they weren't doing anything hypocritical to you? Or are you telling me the last 4 years they weren't doing anything hypocritical under your husband's standards? And he basically transitioned that to you so you could talk about it on a mainstream scale. So this is why the girl lost her credibility. Her marriage to that man, Ben Dominic, it reminds me of the whole George Conway, Kellyanne Conway. You have two people within the same party, but they disagree on a lot of things, except for Meghan McCain is being spooed and being brainwashed by her man to say all of this BS commentary on air to basically the cult masses. Not the 74 million, just the people who are, mentally, who got a little tick in their head that went to the Capitol seats, those type of people. So Meghan McCain is really trying. She is trying. She's tired of the View and she wants to quit due to the job security and due to having to talk about the people in her party who she is ashamed of, and trying to basically lean on the line of being disrespectful, but not really not and respectful. So she's kind of like on that line right there. But also as well, she's trying to beat Elizabeth Hasselbeck tenure on the show. Elizabeth Hasselbeck been on the show for 10 years. It was Meghan McCain's basically mentor, somebody she looks up to, but now they really don't like each other behind the scenes. So she's really trying to basically have that same type of tenureship because she wants to be on a show. She wants to be the longest conservative on the show, and she wants to make history so she can apply that to her little resume and her art history degree that she has. And she wants to, just beat her out and be the talking point of conservatives that says that, she's on the show. She did mention one time that she lied, and Joy Behar read that lie. She did mention one time, she's saying that, a lot of people from Fox didn't really transition well on The View, and I was told that I need to change. I, in fact, think that women should be powerful. Women should speak their mind and don't have to succumb to media society and not be able to change. She said it on the show one time, and, it's bizarre.
Disappointed if you changed.
Right. Yeah, thank you.
That's why I watch it. For whatever it's worth, I don't think women in daytime need to be soft. I think that's an old thing from back in the day that doesn't. I was told to soften up when I came here.
You were?
If I had done that, I would have been fired immediately. I did.
Who told you that?
Well, there are some women that tried to cross over from Fox that maybe didn't land so well trying to be soft.
By the way, I read the book about The View.
You
did?
What do you
Well, it
think?
was one of the things that I was reading when I was trying to hatch my next life. There was no TV in the room. I'm living in Queens, and I had a stack of books. And I got you guys' book. Well, not you guys, but the book. And juicy.
Basically, she's selling her morals and principles for her husband's sake and using his talking points on a national scale and basically shift-shaping one day and another day. And that's just who she is as a person. I just watch her for entertainment. I don't take her seriously. She does annoy me a lot of times, but when all said and done, we just need to ignore the woman, okay? Anyways, let me know what you think in the comments below. Be sure to subscribe right here. I'm sorry, and click that bell. Yeah, I feel like I'm dyslexic. So you'll be the first to know when I upload. It's like the opposite. Deuces, yay.